What if the Boston Red Sox have just turned the corner at exactly the right time? After losing 5 straight games, Boston finally snapped the skid in Toronto. But now comes the bigger test. The Red Sox are heading into Pittsburgh for a weekend series against the Pirates, and with the postseason race heating up, every game suddenly carries a little more weight. The question isn't simply whether Boston can win in Pittsburgh. It's whether this team can regain the momentum that made it one of the hottest teams in baseball over the past several weeks. Despite the recent struggles, the numbers tell a much more encouraging story. Boston had gone 28-8 over its previous 36 games dating back to July 3rd, and the Red Sox were an impressive 36-13 over their previous 49 games dating back to June 19th. On the road, the story was even stronger. Boston had won 16 of its previous 20 road games, showing that this team has been extremely comfortable playing away from Fenway Park. So while the losing streak grabbed attention, it doesn't erase what the Red Sox have accomplished over the larger stretch of the season. But here's where things get interesting. Boston had already lost 2 straight series, including a home series against the Athletics and a road series in Toronto, after previously winning 9 consecutive series. That means this Pittsburgh trip comes at an important moment. The Red Sox don't necessarily need to panic. They need to respond. And sometimes, one strong weekend can completely change the feeling around a team. One of the biggest lineup storylines was Ceddanne Rafaela getting a night off in the series opener. Eli White moved into center field, while Adley Rutschman returned behind the plate after getting Thursday off in Toronto. Rafaela has been an important defensive piece for Boston, so whenever his name disappears from the starting lineup, fans naturally start asking questions. But based on the information in the original report, there was no confirmed announcement establishing that this was an injury-related absence, so it should not automatically be treated as one. Rutschman's return, meanwhile, gives Boston another major weapon. His presence isn't only about what he can do with the bat. A catcher can influence an entire pitching staff, from pitch selection to game management to defense behind the plate. Add hitters like Masataka Yoshida, Wilson Contreras, Wiley Abreu, and Jarren Duran, and suddenly Boston has plenty of ways to create pressure on a Pirates pitching staff. And then there's the pitching matchup. In the series opener, Boston was scheduled to send left-hander Jake Bennett to the mound. Bennett entered with a 7-5 record and a 3.17 ERA, while Pittsburgh countered with right-hander Bubba Chandler, who came in at 5-8 with a 4.26 ERA. On paper, Boston had a pitcher capable of keeping the game under control, but Pittsburgh's home crowd and its own lineup meant the Red Sox couldn't afford to give away early opportunities. The Pirates, meanwhile, weren't simply there to make up the numbers. Pittsburgh entered the matchup at 59-64, compared with Boston's 65-56 record. The Red Sox also held a 14-13 all-time record against Pittsburgh, including an 8-7 mark in Pittsburgh. Those numbers don't suggest a matchup where one team has completely dominated the other. If anything, they point toward a series where small moments could decide the outcome. And that's what makes this weekend so important for Boston. The Red Sox have already shown that they can go on a huge run. They've also shown that a few bad games can suddenly create questions. The difference between a team that simply has a hot stretch and a team that's ready to make a serious postseason push is how it responds when things stop going perfectly. For Boston, the biggest goal now is consistency. The Red Sox don't need to prove they can win baseball games. They've already done that. They need to prove they can avoid letting one bad series turn into another. Pittsburgh gives them a fresh opportunity, and if the lineup starts clicking while the pitching holds up, the Red Sox could leave this weekend feeling very different from the way they arrived. But there's one thing fans should keep watching. Can Boston's offense produce early, and can the pitching staff keep the Pirates from turning close games into late drama? Because if the answer to both questions is yes, the Red Sox could quickly put the Toronto disappointment behind them. Baseball seasons are long, but momentum can change incredibly fast. 5 straight losses can make a team look vulnerable, and then one win can remind everyone why that team was dangerous in the first place. Boston has already taken the first step by ending the losing streak. Now comes the harder part, building on it. So the real question isn't whether the Red Sox have problems. Every team does. The real question is what Boston does next. If the Red Sox can turn this Pittsburgh series into a strong response, those recent losses could become nothing more than a temporary bump in an otherwise impressive run. But if the struggles continue, the pressure around this team will only grow as the season moves closer to its most important games. And that is why this Red Sox-Pirates matchup is worth watching. It's not just another series on the schedule. It's a chance for Boston to send a message that its recent success was no fluke, and that this team is still ready for the fight ahead. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Unix Media, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest news. Thanks for watching.